The Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson now. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards there and a first down.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him, because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Goff. It's caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run it with Williams. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with Swift.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
They will run it with Swift here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Three yards remain for second down.
Muscles him off. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just short of the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And the Raven first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Jackson going to look to run with it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well for the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's a handoff to Swift. In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Back to throw, Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, They might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
Great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Once again, it's Swift.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
2nd and 6. At the 22-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Play action. It's Jackson. Another shot for Bateman. This time he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ravens receivers are ranked last in receptions and receiving yards each of the last 2 years. Thus, the pick of Rashad Bateman at the University of Minnesota. He was their first-round pick, number 27 overall, and they expect to see more catches and more first downs from that young man.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Isaiah Coulter,
75 yards.
and the Lions are able to add on to their lead. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
Seibert on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Lions 34, Ravens 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. And Jackson throwing once more. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Third catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
56 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deshaun Hand picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Jackson to throw.
25 yards that time. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game.
Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Jackson.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Jackson.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no time remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier